Happy July 2014, Cancers, and happy birthday if your birthday was at the tail end of June or in the first half of July. So, the big news for Cancer is Jupiter is going into leaving your first house of identity and going into your second house of income. Money, money, money for you guys. So, Mercury was retrograde in June in Cancer. So, many of you have been stimulated in so many different ways with so much new information and so much passion and so much drive and so much planning and with Jupiter being in Cancer for almost a whole year, you may have so many things could have happened to you. You could have been pregnant and had a child with someone, or you could be moving into greater work. These foundations that you have laid and this abundance that you have sowed, these seeds of abundance, they're now coming into fruition and manifesting right before your eyes. It is almost as if magic has happened in the lives of Cancers. And if it has not, because sometimes when Jupiter is in the first house, if you haven't done the right things to progress your life, you may be going through a midlife crisis or a some other sort of crisis. And then those things are sort of tweaked and fixed by the time we get, by the time Jupiter leaves your sign out of your first house and goes into your second house. And so the focus for this month of July for Cancers is money, 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 money. So the first card that we're going to pick here is a number 5 card. You want a change. It is time for a change, and guess what? You're speaking up about it, Cancers. This card represents the throat chakra, which is right here, and it's all about speaking and speaking out and speaking up and making it known your needs, whether it's through making it known to your spouse or making it known to your job or making it known to your community or whatever you are working on. It is about speaking up and letting, sometimes Cancers are very sensitive and will sort of curl up into this ball, into this hard shell like the crab, and crawl on off under the sand. And this is not the month to do that. As you speak up at work, you will receive more money because of Jupiter going into your second house. As you speak up at home, you will get that romance that you're waiting for, and that passion will be reignited. As you speak up, maybe ladies, if you want this certain man, you have to speak up. Some of you are shy. You have to get out there. You have to, if you want a new person to come into your life, you have to be open. You have to be available. If no one knows you exist, how are you going to find a date? And so this month is about change and all that is going on in your life in the throat chakra and speaking your desire. The second card that we have for Cancers is firm foundations, and this is what you guys have been doing. Or if you haven't been doing this and you have cracks in your foundation, you will be working on this for a long time, and making sure that you have a solid, firm foundation, a legacy for you to leave your family, your children. You're working on this, and this is very admirable of you to want to have something to leave the next generation. It's about the community as well, and what are you doing to enhance the lives of others? Some of you Cancers are really good at mothering and outreach and doing programs and nonprofits. And what kind of business do you want to get into? If you're not already in some sort of business, this is a time to think about your foundations, to think about how you want to grow your wealth and to really change. We have this card of change here, We have this card of firm foundations, and so you are changing, you are merging, you are changing these foundations. You are speaking your mind, you're speaking your desire, you're speaking your heart, so that your foundations can be strong and be something that you are proud of, Cancers. And the last card that we have for Cancers here is Rejoice in Celebration. The number 3 card, Abundance. So my notes here, lucky breaks and abundance are with you this month. Lucky breaks in all that you do. Sometimes Jupiter waits until the last minute to like give you your gift. And so Jupiter has been in your first house. So you may receive good news this month about your career. You may receive good news this month about a callback from an audition that you did. Maybe a month ago. You may have been on call, waiting for this news, because Cancers are really artistic. You may receive a bonus at work. Out of the blue, you may receive recognition. Whatever it is, you should be celebrating in July. And please let me know who's celebrating and what you're doing. Great time for Cancers. So, a lot of financial opportunities are coming to you. So be open to that. And good news should be the news of the month. So peace, love, and light. Please comment. I just want to thank everyone for your wonderful comments and for your positive energy. I read all the comments. Sometimes I'm not able to write everyone back, but I try to respond to everyone. Some people have questions, and I try to respond to those. So have a great July, and I'll see you in August. Peace.